Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga with Janie Rose. Today's class is an intermediate level Vinyasa Flow, a full body strength and stretch practice. Let's begin seated with your feet hip distance, hands on knees. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, round out through the back, chin to chest, seated cat stretch. Inhale to roll forward, open your heart and lift your chin, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, seated cow. 2 more times each way, moving with your breath. Coming through a straight spine, gently lower your chin to your chest. Roll the right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Create half circles with your neck, moving a few times in each direction and staying anchored in on the breath. Guide chin to chest, inhaling crown of the head high. Hands behind your back to the earth. Inhale, press the chest open as you roll the shoulder blades together, feeling a nice opening across chest and shoulders. Back through center, slide your feet over to the left side. Left hand holds left ankle as the right arm reaches high. Hinge over to the left for a right side body stretch. Option to gaze up if that feels okay for the neck, and continue to breathe. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to your right with the right hand behind, left hand to right thigh, gazing back behind you. Inhale, grows tall. Exhale, twists deeper. On your next inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, come through center, switch the feet over to your right side. Hold your right ankle with your right hand, lifting left arm high. Hinge over to the right, lengthening through the left side body. Stay connected with the breath. Inhale, rise up to a long spine. Exhale, twist to the left with the left hand behind, right hand to left thigh. Inhale, lengthen, growing taller. Exhale, look back, twisting deeper. Drawing the belly button towards the spine. Inhale to look forward. Exhale through center, planting your feet out in front. Cross right ankle below the left knee. Lifting your heart in this figure 4, right hip stretch, gazing forward. At any time to take this posture deeper, slide the legs closer in towards the chest. Lean back, plant the right foot, cross left ankle just below the right knee. Pressing into your hands to send your heart forward, breathe deep into the left side hip. Release this pose, crossing the legs in, and make your way onto all fours, a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists and knees under hips. Exhale through a cat stretch, pressing into the hands. Inhale through a cow, open your heart. Exhale through a deep back stretch. Inhale through a belly stretch. One more time each way, moving with your breath. From a flat back, tuck your toes, sink hips to heels for child's pose with a foot stretch. Lower your head to the earth or stack hands under the forehead. Breathe deep into your feet. Inhale to roll forward tabletop. Untuck the toes and tap out the feet. Slide your knees and feet to touch, sitting back on the heels. Interlace your fingers and create a figure eight pattern from the wrists. Move a few times in each direction, going at your own pace. Extend your arms, flexing the left palm forward, using your right hand to gently pull the fingers back to deepen the wrist stretch. Relax your shoulders down your back and breathe. Switch sides, flexing the right palm forward, using the left hand for help. Once again, relax the shoulders and breathe deep. Release the back of your hands onto your lap. Straighten your elbows to the best of your ability. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe deep into the opposite side of the wrists. Release your hands and bring some blood flow back. Shake them out. Hands behind your back. Option to lift your knees a little or a lot, whatever feels good for the tops of your ankles and feet. Slowly lower the knees, coming through tabletop and downward facing dog. We will spend several breaths in this first downward facing dog of the practice, so take your time bending one knee at a time, or any movements that feel good releasing through your back body. On your next inhale, roll through a plank pose, stacking shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower the knees, arch your back, and lower chest and chin down to Ashtanga Namaskara. Shoulders away from ears, belly button towards the spine. Hold for another breath or two. Now slide your legs straight back, setting up for Cobra pose. Inhale, slowly roll up. Keep the elbows bent. Exhale, lower the forehead. Two more. Inhale, press up, perhaps a little deeper. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up one last time. Lift your heart, perhaps your chin. Then exhale one vertebrae at a time, lower down. Press back to child's pose. Big toes touch, hips to heels, arms outstretched. Breathe into your back. Rise up to tabletop, then downward facing dog. Pause for a breath. Then walk your feet slowly up to the top of your mat, feet hip distance. Inhale, lengthen to a half lift. Exhale, fold over gently bent knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow down. One more. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold, perhaps reaching hands for elbows. You can gently bend one knee deeply at a time, straightening through the opposite leg, and eventually join me in a sway from side to side. Come through center, planting your hands, inhaling through half lift. Exhale, lunges the left foot down the mat, pausing in runner's lunge. Hands under shoulders, open the chest forward. Shift the hips back and forth, opening up through the right leg, dynamic movement. A couple more times, moving with breath. Exhale, steps back to plank. Inhale in your plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees, arch the back, chest and chin down, Ashtanga Namaskara. Slide your legs straight back and gently press up to a cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. Press back to your knees, tucking toes, downward facing dog pose. Let's hold for a couple of breaths, lengthening the spine. Inhale, lunges right foot through between your hands, runner's lunge. Exhale the back foot to match top of the mat and fold over legs. Inhale, press to a half lift. Exhale, steps right foot back in runner's lunge through dynamic movement, shifting the hips back and forward. Breathe a few breaths here. Exhale, steps back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower everything to the ground. Inhale, press up to a cobra pose. Exhale, lower down, pressing back to knees, then tucking toes, downward dog. Let's take a few more long, deep breaths here. Inhale, lunges left foot through, runner's lunge. Exhale, guides right foot to match, folding over legs, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up to stand and take a gentle back bend, reaching the arms high. Exhale through standing, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, steps back to plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog, press through the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Inhale through tiptoes, bend deep into your knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top of the mat. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up, take a back bend. Exhale through standing. Inhale, reach up, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, float or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. You can take this opportunity in downward dog to draw the belly button towards the spine, hollowing out the lower abdomen to your Uddiyana Bandha, an energy lock. Inhale through tiptoes, bend through knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top of your mat. Lengthen, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Gentle back bend. Exhale through standing Samastitihi. Chair pose. Bend your knees deep. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hold this chair pose as you draw your belly button back, shoulders away from ears, and sink a little deeper, shifting the weight to the heels. Exhale, swan dive over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, floater step back to chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, steps right foot through to warrior one. Reach arms to the sky. Hold for a few long, deep breaths. Exhale, circles the hands to the earth through plank and chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot through to warrior one, other side. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky. Once again, we hold for a few breaths. Exhale, lowers the hands, steps back to plank and chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and hold for a few breaths. On an inhale, rise through toes, bend through knees. Walk, lunge, or hop to the top. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale through standing. Chair pose. Bend your knees, reach the arms high, and hold this one. Belly button to spine. Take a big breath in and exhale, swan dive over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lunges the left foot back, coming to your twisted lunge. Sweep right hand high to the sky. Gaze up towards the top thumb if that feels okay for your neck, and press your back foot firm into the earth. Exhale, circles the top hand down. Pivot your back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Arms wide to the side. Gaze over the right hand. Inhale, presses the front leg straight to peaceful triangle. Back hand to thigh, right arm by right ear, gazing up. Breathe deep into your right side body. Inhale, come up. Exhale through triangle pose. Heel toe the back foot in, and take your right hand to your right leg or the ground, gazing up to your top thumb. Exhale, circles the top hand down. Squaring your torso to the ground, pivot to the ball of the back foot, and with a long spine, fold over the right thigh for a variation of pyramid pose. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, sweeps your right arm high to a twist for a variation of revolved triangle. Guide your top hand to the earth and step your back foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lunges right foot back. With right hand under right shoulder, left arm sweeps up to the sky for a twisted lunge. Keep a deep bend in the front leg. Exhale takes the top hand down. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, rise to warrior two. Stack shoulders over hips and gaze over the front hand. Keep the front knee tracking in line with the front toes. Inhale presses back to peaceful triangle. Front leg straight, back hand to thigh, left arm by left ear. Pause for a breath. Inhale, arms wide. Heel toe the back foot in and exhale the left hand down to triangle pose, gazing up to your top hand. Coming through your pyramid variation, right hand down, pivot to the ball of the back foot, lengthen your spine, and fold over the left thigh. Breathe deep. Revolve triangle. Inhale, press to a half lift. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm sweeps back and up to a twist. Stay on the ball of the back foot and breathe into a long spine. From here, we transition differently. Take the top hand down and sweep the left leg high to a three-legged dog. Exhale through chaturanga with left toes high. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale floats the right toes high. Bend through the right knee, open wide to the side. Level your hips and step the right foot through to the inside of the right thumb for high lunge. Inhale, rise up. Arms to the sky, belly button back, and lift your heart. Option for a back bend, bending through elbows and rolling the chest open. Press firm into your back foot. Inhale through center, long spine. Exhale through warrior two. Inhale through peaceful triangle. Exhale, bend back into the front knee through side extended, with forearm to thigh or right hand to the inside of the right foot. Extend the top arm up and overhead, gazing upward. Inhale, press up to peaceful triangle just for a breath. Exhale through humble warrior, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, bow down, chest to thigh, or drop to the inside of your thigh. Relax your neck and reach the arms overhead to a deeper shoulder stretch. Inhale through a half lift, then release your hands to the inside of your right foot. You can heel toe the right foot out slightly, but keep the right knee hugging into the right shoulder. Onto the ball of the back foot, lengthen through the crown of the head forward, and breathe deep. Exhale lowers the back knee and tucks the toes. Point your right toes to an angle. Inhale, right arm up and overhead, reaching back for your left foot. See if you can draw your heel in just a little closer towards your hip to deepen the stretch through the quad. Be mindful of the back knee. Slowly lower the back foot down and plant both hands to the ground, framing your front foot once again. Send your right leg high to the sky on an inhale to a three-legged dog. Exhale, flow through chaturanga, right toes high. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, floats left toes high. Bend through the left knee and stack the hips open wide to the side. Level your hips and step the left foot to the inside of the left thumb, rising up to a high lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky. Lift to a long spine, but sink a little deeper into the legs. Option to stay or join me in a back bend by bending the elbows and opening the chest towards the sky, pressing firm into your back foot. Inhale through center. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful triangle. Exhale through side extended, with forearm to thigh or left hand to the inside of the left foot, reaching the right arm up and overhead, pressing your back foot firm into the ground. On your next inhale, press up gracefully to peaceful triangle, front leg straight. Exhale through humble warrior, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhale opens your heart. Exhale, forward fold, reaching the arms overhead to a shoulder stretch. Hug the left knee in towards the left shoulder and press the back foot firm into the earth once again. Inhale through a half lift. Exhale, plants the hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot open. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Reach the crown of the head forward and power up the back leg. Breathe. Exhale to lower your back knee, untuck the back toes. Point the left toes to the left corner of your mat as the left arm reaches up and back for the right toes. From here, option to guide the heel closer in towards the glutes, gazing back behind you, and mindful of your right knee. Gently release your back foot to the earth, coming through to a runner's lunge, with hands on either side of the front foot. Step your back foot to the top of the mat and inhale through a half lift. Exhale, fold over legs. Let's take a moment in this fold, hugging the legs in with the arms, relaxing the head and neck. Plant hands under shoulders, inhale, press to a half lift. Exhale, hands to waist and rise to stand. Heel toe the feet hip distance. Inhaling, arms to the sky, rise up on the mounds of the toes for high mountain pose, one of my favorite ways to lengthen the body. Exhale lowers the heels and hands to waist. Stepping the left foot long down the mat, setting up in goddess pose. Point your toes out to the corners of the mat and sink the knees in line with the toes, hips in line with knees, and hands to heart center, a long spine. Breathe deep into your legs. Press your legs straight and point your toes parallel. Inhale, reach arms to the sky. Exhale, bow down with hands to calves, ankles, or heels. Drawing the crown of the head towards the ground, maintain a long spine, and breathe into this forward fold. Walk hands under shoulders and inhale, press to a half lift. Exhale, walks yourself to the top of the mat and step back to a plank, lowering to chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In down dog, bend deeply through your knees. Draw your belly to your thighs. Gaze between your feet as you send the heels high, lengthening the spine. On an inhale, roll forward, stacking shoulders over wrists, then lower your knees and untuck your toes. Extend your left leg straight up and back, flexing the foot. Then inhale your right arm forward. Exhale, round through the back and draw your elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale. One more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Then reach back, right hand for left foot. See if you can press your foot into your hand and create a gentle back bend. Option to look up. Inhale to extend the leg and the arm long. Exhale, plant your right hand down and the ball of the left foot down. Pivot the right foot behind the right knee, inhaling the left arm up and overhead to a modified side plank. Stay or extend your right foot behind left, planting left foot down the center of the mat, gazing up past your top shoulder. Exhale to slowly lower your right hip to the earth. Take your top hand to your left leg and gently press it open, getting into the hip, gazing back behind you. Stay for another deep cycle of breath. Inhale, step back to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and pause for a breath. From downward facing dog, bend deeply into your knees, belly to thighs, gazing between the feet. Inhale, rolls forward, stacking shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lowers the knees, untucks the toes. Extending your right leg straight up and back, and your left arm forward in one line. Exhale, round out, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and this time reach back, hand to foot, creating a gentle back bend with the option to gaze upward. Inhale to release and extend your arm and your leg. Exhale the left hand down and the ball of the right foot down. Pivot the left foot behind the left knee and take your right arm up and overhead. Stay or extend your left leg, plant the foot behind right, and take your right foot down the center of the mat, bending 90 degrees into the right knee, sending the hips high, pressing firm into both feet. Exhale gently lowers your left hip down. Right hand to your left leg, gently open the hip to the side, flexing through both feet, and breathe. On an inhale, come through a plank pose. Exhale, lowers to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an exhale, lunge the right foot between your hands and lower your back knee to the earth. Inhale, rise up, arms to the sky. Exhale, crosses left arm over right for eagle arms. Option to hold the shoulders instead if that's more accessible. Otherwise, gently pull the hands away from the face and breathe across the back of your shoulder blades. You might choose to exhale through a gentle back bend. Belly button to spine. Inhale forward, release the bind, and shift back to a half splits. Lengthen on an inhale, and bow down, exhale. Breathe deep into your right leg and hip. On your next inhale, roll forward into your lunge. Slide your right foot in a little bit so you're nice and stacked 90 degrees with both legs. If this hurts your back knee, roll the mat in under the knee for extra cushion. With a long spine, bend through the left knee, reach hands to left foot, hugging the heel close in towards your glutes. Stand tall, draw the belly button back, and breathe into the left quad and hip flexor stretch. Gently release the back foot down. Plant your hands and come through half standing splits, with hands under shoulders and the left leg straight up and back. Bend through both knees and reach your right hand for your left foot behind you. Stay as you are, or come up with left hand to heart, or extend the arm long, pressing the back foot into the hand for a reversed gripped dancer's pose. Baby grasshopper arm balance. Plant the left hand to the outer edge of your mat in line with your right big toe. Right hand holds the outer edge of the left foot. Extend the left leg to the right side. Lower the hips, bend the left elbow back, and gaze down or towards your right foot, floating. Slowly make your way back to downward facing dog, however that looks for you. Option to stay or inhale through a plank pose, exhaling to chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing dog, exhale downward facing dog. On your next exhale, step the left foot through between hands and lower the back knee to the earth. Inhale, rise up, reaching the arms high. Exhale, crossing right arm over left for eagle arms. Inhale, grow tall. Option to exhale through a gentle back bend, breathing into your back body. Lead with your heart as you come forward and hands to the ground. Shift back to half splits. Lengthen on an inhale, fold on an exhale. Option to flex your left toes towards the crown of your head to deepen the stretch. Inhale through your lunge and slide your front foot back a little bit, 90-degree bend with both legs. Roll the mat under the back knee if you need. Bend through your back knee, reaching your hands to your right foot. Rolling the shoulder blades in towards each other, draw the heel in towards your glute, and sit tall. Carefully lower your back foot and come through standing splits at the top of your mat. hands under shoulders, right leg up and back. Bend through both knees as your left hand reaches back for your right foot. Option to stay or guide your right hand to heart. And perhaps extend your right arm long, pressing back foot into back hand to create a back bend. Breathe. Coming through baby grasshopper. Lower your right hand to the outer edge of your mat in line with your left big toe. Left hand holds the outer edge of the right foot. Right leg extends to the left side. Bend your right elbow back. Gaze down or towards your right foot. This time we transition to seated. Come through the center of your mat and give your legs a hug for a nice seated child's pose, rocking side to side. Coming through a wide leg forward fold. Take your feet slightly wider than your mat. Inhale, reach up to the sky, a long spine. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, reaching for legs or feet, perhaps to the ground. We are here for several breaths, so do your best to release any tension you might be holding as you exhale and soften into the pose without effort. Inhale to rise up one vertebrae at a time. Head is last. Guide your left hand to your right thigh and your right arm up and overhead for your left foot. Gazing up past your top shoulder, breathe into your right side body stretch. Inhale to rise up. Plant your right hand behind your right hip. Press into your feet, hips high to the sky, left arm up and overhead to a back bend. Exhale to lower your hips. Right hand plants on left thigh. Left hand reaches for right foot. Gazing up, breathing into left side body stretch. Inhale to rise up. Plant left hand behind left hip. Inhale, hips to the sky and your right arm up and overhead. Breathe into a back bend. Slowly lower the hips down and make your way onto your back with your knees into your chest, hands to shins, rocking side to side. Inhale deeply. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale lowers your head and allow your knees to roll to the left, gazing over the right shoulder. Breathe into this final twist of practice. Inhale sends your knees high. Exhale rolls them to the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Connect with breath and soften everything into the mat. Inhale guides your knees through center, and exhale to extend your legs down your mat. Guide your feet to touch. Interlace your hands behind your head and draw your chin towards your chest. Option to stay or gently look over to the right. Come back through center and over to the left. Back through center and gently head down, setting up in your final rest, Shavasana. If you're choosing to leave the practice now, I thank you for joining me today. And if you're choosing to stay for the duration of Shavasana, I will wake you in a few moments. You can begin to deepen the breath, awaken the body with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, rolling the head from side to side. Inhaling the arms overhead to a long morning stretch, lengthening, before guiding your knees into your heart center. Take your time to come up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat, either on shins, cross-legged, half lotus, or full lotus. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment, and even consider subscribing to my channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next one. Namaste.